Hello, welcome to the April 24th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today we are going to continue working on this Morse code signal lamp that we've been working on. Here's how it looks right now. Looks okay. Looks pretty good. We got a big flappy thing in the front. We got a little GUI that's in the sight little circle thing right there. So I think where we're going to start is let's add a normal map to this thing. And let's also add a little version of the weapon or the piece of equipment that's just kind of sitting out here in the world. Weapons, signal lamp. There it is. Okay. All right, let's make a texture. Okay, so we started with this one. Okay, so we have to decide what parts are to be included into the normal map. So we want to include this. We want to delete this. This looks good. That looks okay. Yeah, we want to delete this. Keep that, keep that. I want to delete these stripes. Okay. And this thing right here. Oh, okay. All right. And I think that's pretty much our normal map. Let's make these bolts a little bit brighter so that they really pop out. And I think we're good. All right, so save that. Turn off the UV. And let's make a normal map. Filter video. Okay. So, what numbers do we want to use? How about that? Let's try that out. Let's get in a TGA, save that. And then we plug it into the shader file. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. We'll just copy and paste you. And let's try it out. Well, there it is. It's pretty subtle. But I think it looks pretty good. It's not bad. I kind of wish we could have seen the little bolts on the handle. Yeah, that's a little bit too bad. That would have been nice. But it's okay. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty good. I love the bolts right there. That looks really good. Nice. Good. it's not bad. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's work on the glowy bits. So I'm gonna open you up, and I think the only glowy bit is this front and this little yellow stripe right here. So we are going to delete everything else. And you. Right, I think that's it. So this part becomes black. I'm gonna say view, skin glow. I'm gonna say view. It's a TGA. And now let's plug you in. Blend, additive, map, skin glow. And let's check it out. Okay, so it looks, I like how it looks on the world model. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not nuts about how it looks on the view model. I kind of like it. Ideally would be a nice straight curve, but there's this weird little bump in it. And I think that's happening because we're kind of UV mapping a very strange shape, and it's being kind of a lumpy on us. Let's see, what can we do? Well, let's take a look at how it looks over here. Ootsby in the chat says, if the game involves the player learning Morse code to give NPCs orders, I approve. Awesome. Good. I am excited to flash Morse code lights at things. I think that's gonna feel pretty cool. I think it's fun to learn different languages and stuff like that. Okay. So, all right, so I think we're all saved. So I'm gonna try to do some surgery on this thing, and we'll see if it works. Let's check in everything we got. Ooh, signal amp, glow, normal work. All right, so as you can see here, the UV map gets kind of wiggly right here. It's kind of like hugging this face, and then it turns this way to hug that face. What we're gonna try is to redo this to be like this. And we're gonna see if this helps. It might not help, or it might solve all of our problems. Okay. So, project from view, rotate around that way, and oh, look at that. It looks like it solved all of our problems. It looks like we have no problems at all. Everything is perfect now. All right, cool. Let's test it out. Export you. Look at that. Nice straight line. Beautiful. Looks pretty good. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's check you in. Okay. All right. So we fixed that. We should now. Yeah, let's start doing some logic for this thing. So we are going to go to the scripts file folder, and we are going to go copy the LiDAR script, signal lamp, and we're going to tell this one to load up that script when the game starts. Okay, and let's start writing the script. Since that's fire, fire. Throw a grenade. Delete all this stuff. This is all code from the lighter that we don't need anymore. Okay. Okay, so let's think about how we want this to work. I'm thinking when you click the mouse button, it'll make the flaps open, and so it'll reveal the light coming out. And when you release the button, then it'll shut the flaps, so it'll turn off the light. I think that's pretty much it. I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward piece of equipment, but we'll see what happens, because things tend to get more complicated as we put more stuff in. All right, so let's try it out. Okay, so here's the idle function. Let's take a look at what we got. Ammo remaining in clip. No, you're not going to use any ammo for this, I don't think. Where are we? Well, let's not worry about that right now. Open ready, set skin, play cycle idle. I don't need all of this. Can fire goes 0. Okay, looks pretty good. Yeah, so let's make a animation. Well, I guess we already have one. So this animation will be of the flap being open. I'm gonna hide you out of the way. Okay, dope sheet. Actions. Default. Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh. All right. Oh no. Something has gone awry. Why is this not copying correctly? So what I want to do is I want to copy all of these keyframes. Key, copy. Go to the idle. Paste you down. All right, cool. That worked. And we are going to hide this arm. And export you. Okay. One of my scripts is a little bit messed up, so let's fix that. I was doing some work to make things go a little bit faster. And let's see if this fixes it. Okay, everything looks good. All right. Cool. All right, we're all ready to go. So this is our animation of it being on. So the flaps are open. We could probably do a, yeah, you know what? Let's do an animation of the hands squeezing the trigger. Because the trigger, for most weapons, the trigger is not big enough to be visible. but in this one it's pretty visible. So let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna call this idle off, and the other one we'll call it idle on. In the chat, Armageddon104 asks, do you think you'll ever switch to Blender 2.8? I think not right now, because I'm in the middle of a project, and I haven't done a whole lot of research, but it sounds like Blender 2.8 changes a lot of the API, and all of my scripts and exporters and stuff, I have some concerns that they will break if I upgrade to 2.8. But I haven't tested it yet, so I don't really know for sure. But at this point, upgrading 2.8 is something that I'm not really planning to do. And I'll also have to kind of relearn the UI for 2.8, because it seems like they've changed a fair amount of the location of buttons and how things are organized in the interface. So I kind of don't really want to do that right now. Okay, so we're making the idle on animation, which means this trigger will get squeezed down. Squeeze it down like that. And we will squeeze these fingers. Okay, looks pretty good. That looks okay. Okay, so this will be the idle on animation. This will be idle off. Sure, we'll try it out. Okay, yeah, let's export these animations then. So, which one is this? This is idle on. View idle on. Now we want to go to the off. Export this. View idle off. Okay, cool. And then we can plug it into here. There it is. Idle on. Idle off. Okay, so our art assets are ready. Now we need to hook it up to the script. Alright, so let's take a peek at how the other weapons work, and we'll kind of base it off of these other scripts. I like to have two scripts open at the same time so that I can kind of peek at the other one and help me figure out what's going on. Okay, so here's the fire script for that weapon. And we're gonna weapon attack. Well, I guess I can delete. So I want this to loop. I'm not exactly sure what's the best way of writing this script. Well, let's just try this. Throw grenade was not defined. Okay. Hide grenade was not defined. Oops. Got a bunch of old code I don't need anymore. Let's try that out. In the chat, Data Boy says, I also have a greenish theme for my code editor. Very soothing to me. Yeah, so for me, I needed a different color scheme because I think by default it was black. And I was getting it kind of confused with Code IDE or Visual Studio. And so it helps to kind of have a very distinct color scheme between the two of them because they both look very identical. It gets very confusing as to what's happening. Oh. So if you look on the bottom right, you can see the hand kind of wiggling. Okay, cool. That works. Awesome. I think there's some code in here that thinks it's a grenade. All right, let's check that out. So far, so good. Sure, yeah, it looks fine. Now, yeah, let's work on the flaps, little flaps animation. So we want to go to idle off. This is it. Oh, this little gap right here is little. This is very unfortunate. I had some model problems where I had to do some resizing, and then it got saved in a weird way, and it looks like I messed up when I resized it. Well, you know what? Let's see if we can get by with just letting it be like that. Because it's the weapon that the player is holding in their hands, they're probably never going to see the front of it from this perspective. So we are going to leave it as is, and if it becomes a problem, we'll fix it. But if it's not going to become a problem, then we're just going to leave it alone. I really should change the name of this thing, shouldn't we? Call you weapon. Okay, smooth idle off. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Export idle off. Let's try it out. Oh. I forgot to hook up the animation. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Go to the idle state. Change you to that. And reload the script. Well, it works. It's just kind of janky looking. All right, so what are some things we could do? Okay, so when you squeeze the trigger, we could kind of jostle the gun a little bit. Maybe the same thing when you release the trigger. You could do something there. Oh, we can make the flaps do a little like overshoot and settle. That could be really good. Because right now it's just the weird snapping makes it feel like a bug. Lark Zero says that trigger looks like it's pressed when on, idle, off. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's try to tweak that. Weird. How'd that happen? There it goes. Okay. So that's what we've got right now. Lark Zero suggests you can shift the thumb a little just to show a bit more pressure applied to the hand. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try that out. Idle on. Let's give that a shot. I think let's do a little bit of a just a little bit of a roll. And do idle on. And let's also give us some blending frames. 2 frames, 1 frame. Okay. And let's make the entire thing kind of jostle a little bit. Oh, what? Why did the flaps get messed up? Yeah, something really weird is happening here. The keyframes are kind of like blending or getting copied between these two animations. That's really annoying. Okay, let's check in what we got. So far so good. Yeah, so let's make the entire thing move back just a little bit when you squeeze the trigger. It's a nice quick animation. Zero to 4. And we change this one to play anim. Okay. Let's try it out. I'm just gonna hide this little bad guy because he's being pretty annoying. You go hide in a corner. Databoy asks, what app are you using for version control? So I use Subversion, and the program that I use is Tortoise SVN. It's pretty straightforward stuff. I like that it's very basic and straightforward. All right, well, it's doing it. It's just going way too fast. So, and maybe a little bit too much also. Let's try doubling it. Yeah, that's way too much. Let's tweak this. Ah, crap. Let's try that. Just the slightest bit of movement. Let's try that out. What? I think I messed something up. Idle on, idle off. What the heck? Why is it moving around so much? Alright, let's try restarting from scratch. Well, something has gone awry. So I really shouldn't be doing that. Well, maybe our idle off animation got messed up somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. It's not the best animation. Right. I want to try adding one. Let's try adding 2 more blend frames. Oh yeah. So if you add too many blend frames, then when you click it, the flaps don't open all the way, which is bad. Just one. Yeah, I kind of don't like how the weapon like shimmies and shakes like that. Looks very weird. Even though it's a very short amount of distance, when the camera is so close, any small change is really noticeable. All right, well, I got an idea. How about instead of moving the, well, this is not the best idea. Instead of moving the hand, let's try moving the weapon instead. It's such a tiny amount. All right, well. Let's do some flap animation too. This might help a little bit. Then we tweak the timing a little bit. Sure. Oh, okay. So what's happening is it's not actually playing the animation, it's playing just the first frame. And our script is just kind of messed up, I think. Play and while this is on, then wait frame. It looks. it looks okay, I think. Let's take a peek at the animations in here. View model, signal lamp. Okay. So that's the idle off animation. Whoa, that looks pretty messed up. What the heck happened there? Oh, you know what? Maybe the problem is, oh, no. All right, so it looks like it's not exporting correctly then. Because there's, oh, we just exported the wrong amount of frames. Whoops. Whoops. All right, so I'm gonna export this, view item on. Save. Let's load it up. There it goes. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that works. Cool, cool. Good. How about a nice big glow around it? So that when the light is on, you have this big beam of light that's like shooting out. I'm trying to think of the best way of doing that. Well, we're all saved, so let's just try doing something. We're gonna add a big plane. Move you over here. Rotate you like so. And we're gonna apply a texture. Base textures, lights. Which one? Yeah, sure, flare color. Okay. Okay, so let's try to hook this up to this thing. Let's see, armature, vertex group. Assign. Alright, I think that's it. Let's see if it's... Hey! That looks pretty good. Oh, I kind of really like that, actually. The logic isn't there yet, so it's just on all the time. But, dang, looks great. Awesome. I like it. Alright, I'm gonna log off now. I will see you all next time. Have a good Friday. And take care and stay safe.